Hey, I'm Alex Mack from Board Game Co., and this is the start of my vlog to Poland, to Gamefound. I'm heading back to Gamefound, and I'm excited to show you the things that aren't the Cleveland airport, because first of all, this is echoey, second of all, this is boring, third of all, this is the start of like every single vlog I ever do, because, well, if I fly, that is. If I fly, it is. And also because it's Poland, that's far more interesting. The architecture in Poland is gorgeous. It's been a while since I was last there. I'm excited to actually vlog stuff, hopefully, maybe. Even just take time to walk around the city briefly and show you the sights. I might do a few vlogs. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm figuring it out. But I might do a vlog that's like just generic, hey, here's my trip to Poland, nothing to do with board games. I might do a separate, like, semi-tour of Awaken Realms factory or building, whatnot, if I can. Don't know if I will, but I might try to do that. And then maybe I'll do one of Gamefound as well. So we might get 3 different videos out of this. We'll see. No guarantees. I would expect at least 1 video. Everything else is extra, consider it that way. But I'm actually going to go ahead back to my seat because you're not supposed to leave luggage unattended, and I definitely left my luggage unattended. So I'll see you shortly. 6:40 in the morning in Frankfurt, Germany, on our way to Wroclaw in Poland. But went through Chicago and then got an 8-hour flight with not nearly enough legroom and very, very tight space. But I am running on 3 hours of sleep, which is more than any human being reasonably needs. That's not true, by the way. Not true. I shouldn't promote the culture of just, you know, never getting enough sleep and being a workaholic. I do not like 3 hours of sleep, to be very, very clear. 3 hours of sleep is me surviving, not thriving. I think like 6 is like... 6 to me is a reasonable number where you're like, I'm a hustler, I'm getting things done, I don't sleep a lot, and I don't like sleep, to be fair. It's a necessary thing, but 3 hours, man. 3 hours does not quite do it for me. Anyways, I'm hustling to my next stop, and then once I'm there, I'll figure out whether I have time to do some duty-free shopping or not. I know my daughter wants a Toblerone, so we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I'll see you soon. So I landed finally around, I don't know, 5 hours ago, then meant to head to my hotel room to get like an hour of decent sleep. 6 hours later, or 5 hours later, I guess, 5 hours later, I am up and feeling a little better. Turns out 3 hours of sleep is not quite enough for you. But I'm currently wandering around Wroclaw. This is Wroclaw. It's, you know, it's a city in Poland, because that's where I am. It looks like, if you look at the pronunciation, it's W-R-O-C-L-A-W. So it looks like Wroclaw, but it's pronounced Wroclaw, which is one of the few Polish names I actually get right, because they are a lot of work to get there. But, I'm heading towards a Zabka, which I believe, if I recall correctly from last time, Zabka is either a chain of supermarket stuff, or it's just the name that means supermarket. One of those two things. I should probably look that up and figure it out. But this is old town vibes. Like I haven't been to a ton of places. I've been to a decent amount, actually. The board game travels the past few years have really expanded the amount of places in the world that I've gone to, but I think a few places that I have been to that very much are reminiscent of this is, if you've ever been to Argentina or Israel in the old city, both those have that kind of vibe where they have all the modern amenities that you'd expect from a city, but they have like cobblestone streets. We got like cobblestone streets. It's basically, I mean, it's not full on cobblestones. I don't think it is. What is a cobblestone? Does this count as a cobblestone street? It looks cobblestone adjacent. Definitely doesn't look like a paved road in a traditional sense. But either way, I may head by the Zabka later to grab some stuff to just have available. We got a nice bar or something like that. Oh, sorry. Anyways, it's a beautiful city with a lot of charm to it. Which again, like I remember, like last time I was in Argentina was like 6 years ago, but it had that vibe. Ooh, this place looks good. Look at this. Look at these like treats. I assume these are not fresh. I assume they're preserved in some way, but they look beautiful. But anyways, I'm gonna see you all soon because I'm heading towards busier streets in order to get coffee. Right now I'm on a coffee mission because this actually was a coffee like station in the McDonald's. We got McDonald's in Wroclaw because McDonald's is everywhere. Anyways, what was I saying? I was saying that they had a coffee station in the hotel that I was at, but I always assume that if you wander around you get better coffee than something in the hotel. But you know, I'm gonna keep the camera going because this might be semi-tour adjacent. This is a beautiful city with a lot of charm, a few cars. Like, this is like busiest right now. It's currently Monday afternoon / evening. The sun is sun is going low, but it's currently around 4 o'clock, so, you know, that's just the nature of daylight saving. Oh, daylight saving time hasn't actually hit here, by the way, now that I think about it. Daylight savings time in Wroclaw, in Poland in general, I believe happens later, so not quite yet. Ooh, and I found my coffee station. I'm going to show you the coffee station, and then I'll wrap up. So this is the coffee station over here, which looks great, but that's where I'm headed. That's what Google said. Google said head there, so I'll see you all soon. So I'm walking around Wroclaw over here. It was a busy enough first day, just getting things done, because, like, you know, sitting at a desk working, it's not that exciting as far as this is concerned, but it's a beautiful city. They got, like, some construction going on over here from the last time I was here. Something's being built, don't know exactly what, but this is like the big square. Oh, maybe something's not being built. See, this is their town square or something, some sort of town square type thing. So this might just be something that they're putting together for, like, Christmas or the holidays or all that. They might just be building a giant tree, because the last time I was here, they may have had a giant tree. I don't really remember, honestly. I didn't do a lot as far as filming or vlogging or anything last time. But anyways, it's a little chilly. I have a bad habit of visiting when it's chilly here so far, so haven't yet gotten to experience it in its non-chilly form, which would be great at some point. Right now, I'm actually heading to meet Adam Mucha, hanging out with Nate, who previously worked for Gambling Games and now works for Gamefound, and Adam Mucha from Weekly Gaming Night. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. I'm terrible with Polish names until I get the exact correct pronunciation. But it's nice here. Again, it's nice. This is like the square. Like, you got our, I don't know, shops or something like that. Or these nice tall buildings. Look at, like, these. We got bubble up. Do you want bubble tea and juice and ice cream and coffee and cake? Actually, I kind of want coffee and cake, but they probably have good coffee. They probably have decent coffee. Anyways, look at these buildings over here. Look at these large, look at these giant structures. They're pretty nice, and it's cold. I don't know exactly what this vlog is going to be, because I was hoping to be able to do more of a calm tour. Ooh, we have an arcade over here. But I was hoping to be able to do more of a calm tour, but I don't think I'll be able to, because it's a little too chilly for me to do that, I guess. It's a little too chilly for me to just walk around and be like, let me show you these buildings and sites, because I'm kind of chittering my teeth a bit. I'm like that kind of thing, because that's what you do when it's cold. But I think I'm turning down this way. I think they're both at this pierogi place. They went out to eat, and almost got hit by a bike over there. They went out to eat and invited me to drop by for a drink, and so I'm dropping by for a drink while I chitter away. So I'm gonna go ahead and see you guys soon, and possibly pull this out when Adam's here. So I showed up at this place. It's called, what's it called?
Stary Młyn, Pierogarnia.
Yeah, what he said. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. But this is Adam Mucha from Weekly Game Night. If you haven't seen his channel, make sure to check it out, both on Instagram and on YouTube. Incredibly high quality content. I found him when I was learning how to play Requiem from Ludus Magnus Studios, and I couldn't figure out how to set something up, and I went online, found his channel, thought it was excellent. So apparently he lives in Poland, and so we're grabbing drinks now. And at the, can you say that again, because I can't say that.
What?
Say the name of the place, because I can't.
Stary Młyn.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that place, definitely.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to talking. I just wanted to introduce you, and I'll see you later. Okay, drinks were had, fun times. Okay, drinks were had, got something. I don't even know what it was, but it was nice. It's basically like a mixed drink that was very hearty at the same time. So overall, definitely enjoyed it. I'll give it a 5 stars or who knows what. But I am headed back. I did ask Adam about the square and whether they're building a tree right now. He's like, nope, the tree comes later. Right now, they're just prepping for a concert. So this currently, I'm coming from the other angle this time, is just for some sort of concert or something like that in the square. Don't know much about that. But yeah, I'm gonna go crash, because I don't think I told you this part yet, but yesterday when I arrived, I think I arrived yesterday, I'm slowly losing track of time. Yesterday when I arrived, I was running on like 3 hours of sleep on the plane, and so I got to my room, crashed for what was supposed to be an hour. I think I told you the story. I think I completely lost, just in case I'm gonna tell you again. Crashed for what was supposed to be an hour, and that turned into 6 hours. And then, because of that, I couldn't fall asleep that night. That'd be last night. I couldn't fall asleep last night. And so, instead of falling asleep, I did not fall asleep. So that means that currently I'm running on about 28 hours with no sleep at the moment, which I've done worse. I have done worse, but it's not feeling the best. So I am going to try to crash. Oh, and this, by the way, this like giant building up here. Look how tall that building is. That's huge. It's absolutely huge. But I'm gonna try not to walk into things because I feel that would be very, very American of me, which is ironic because I'm Canadian. Although, for all accounts and purposes, I think if I bumped into something, I would just be considered to be an American. Because I don't know. I think American tourists get a bad rap, possibly deserved at times. Undeserved at other times. It depends. But anyways, point is that I, having done the obligatory being social and getting an opportunity to meet Adam in person, because I've been watching his channel for half a year, like only recently discovered him, but I thought his content was absolutely fantastic, so it was nice when I did. And I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. I think I'm going this way. Yeah, this seems right, so I'm gonna keep going this way and hope that I actually am right. But I'm not confident I am. I'm gonna go this way because I think this is the right way. In fact, I'm gonna say goodbye to you while I try not to get lost. So I'll see you later.
I can leave.
Alright, we're here in the Awaken Realms office right now, and we're about to dive into the lands of Evershade. We have Matrick and Ernest from the Awaken Realms team about to give us a walkthrough of an intermediate level adventure. If you were at Essen, you may have played this already. I'm joined by Nate from Gamefound. We're diving into this, and I'll try to show you some of the offices later because this place is insane. Like behind me, I have this whole diorama from what's it called? Oh my gosh, this is from the Fields. Thank you. I knew it looked familiar. This guy. I love how they're holding the glue to fix it. Is that glue? Correction. No, it's whiteout. It's whiteout. I thought it was like miniature glue, which I think would be funny if the giant miniature was holding miniature glue, self-repairing and all that. But we'll be back later because I only have a limited time frame, and I'm going to start playing Lands of Evershade. Alright, just wrapped up with Lands of Evershade. There'll be a separate video about that, but I liked it so far. I liked it. Ignore my calm demeanor. We'll talk about it more in an actual video. But I just want to show you the office a bit here because there's some insane stuff. I mean, I bet all of you, well, not all of you, most of you wish you had this guy. He's a small little boss. Like, this is like, imagine, like, you know how like Simon likes to do the whole giant Cthulhu, giant Godzilla and all that? Imagine if Awaken Realms of Nemesis 4.0 had a rule set where you're on the giant ultimate alien. By the way, this is a good idea. You should actually do this. Sell a giant Cthulhu, ultimate alien. People will buy it. The pre-painted one, a sun dropped. We have this giant guy over here from Either Fields. Not as exciting, but still exciting. And we have all their games over here. All the games lined up. We got some friendly, nice Dice Tower awards over here. Although I think they're for Castles of Burgundy, which I don't actually see here. So that's, I think it's Castle of Burgundy, is it? Is it? Yep, Castle of Burgundy, yeah. They got that at Gen Con this year. But there's no Castle of Burgundy behind me. There's got to be Castle of Burgundy somewhere, I hope. That'd be awkward. Otherwise, we won't look too hard because that might be awkward. It's awkward. I'm getting confirmation that it's awkward. There's no Castle of Burgundy. Awaken Realms is not actually like Castle of Burgundy. Fun fact. We got like shelves full of games over here, shelves full of games over there, all that. The full like panels full of boxes, you know, logos on the walls. I don't know if you saw, there's like each area of the walls fully painted. You got the nice Awaken Realms, change the game over there. I don't know if there's stuff over this way. They have like all these offices upstairs, but I'm not going to fully interrupt all the work. Although, speaking of giant Cthulhu and all that stuff, I didn't realize that, but they have giant Cthulhu up here. I'm still waiting on my Fear of the Unknown, and I don't got mine at all. And they have giant Cthulhu. They have giant Cthulhu up there with the arms broken off. That's neither here nor there. But anyways, that's kind of like the office. It's a little summer. Again, I'm not going to go upstairs. They have like this whole upstairs thing everywhere where they're all working at their desk, typing in about a bajillion words for every single game that you want to play. What's Silver Monkey? I'm intrigued by Silver Monkey. It says Silver Monkey on a box back here, and I don't know what that is. But anyways, that's kind of like the little mini tour. I'll show you some of the wall art because I think I kind of obscured past the wall art. So I just want you to see over here like the individual panels from their games. And then we have you know, Lords of Hellas. Lords of Hellas, as well as the Great Wall. One of my favorite games for Awaken Realms. I think my favorite games. I should do an Awaken Realms games ranking. I should. Did I already do one? I think I already did one. I think I already did a video on Awaken Realms games rankings. Awkward. Forgot about that. But they have a bunch of good games. They have a lot of solid games. We'll see. I want to give you thoughts on Evershade, but the problem is I just played for an hour and a half, and I don't want to give you thoughts after an hour and a half because historically, like, I'll play a game more, and then my opinion will get more nuanced, and then I don't like the fact that in one video I'm like, I think this, and then I'm like, now I've played it for an actual amount of time, and I think this instead. Although it's usually not that big a shift, but sometimes I can go from I love a game to I like a game. Sometimes I go from I like a game to I love a game. But things change, so just keep your eyes tuned. There will be coverage on Lands of Evershade. I will say this much. I definitely think you should watch that coverage. That's what I think so far. But we'll talk about it more later. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead to a meeting because I got a meeting now, and I'll see you later.
Beautiful. Boat. I love that. Yeah, I was going to say, I can see the river moving quite fast. Yeah. That's where you guys could drink a little. Yeah. That's cool.
Well, look, an Awaken Realms diorama. It's my last morning here, and I'm on the way to the airport as soon as I can figure out which of these variety of elevators I'm getting in. Apparently that one. But it's actually a nice view from my airport, by the way. You can see down there, there's like a little nice lobby all the way down. Anyways, yeah, I'm headed to the airport. I got less footage than I wanted, as expected. I had an optimistic point where I was like, maybe I'll do 3 videos. Maybe I should hit 0. No, 1, hit 1. No, what, 0? Darn it, I hit the wrong number. I should be 1 to 0. Anyway, I was like, maybe I'll film 3 videos. And instead, I think I got like 2/3 of a video. But we'll see. Hopefully there's enough there. But Poland's a very nice place. Again, I think I may have said this earlier, but it kind of vaguely reminds me of both Jerusalem as well as Argentina. Like they very have that old school vibe to the city, the modern-esque aspects, while also being very quaint and I don't know, fun. It's a fun place. It's a good place to wander around. But as usual, I usually try to enjoy myself more than pulling out my camera all the time, which usually means I get less footage than I would ideally like. But I do have more fun than I could otherwise. So right now I'm headed to my car, which is picking me up. I probably will pull this out again. I'll get to the airport. I need to go through duty free, buy a few gifts and things like that. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, it's been a trip. I'll talk more about it soon because I'm heading to my Uber. Got my coffee, which is obviously the most important part of the day. Granted, it is like 12 o'clock right now, so it's a little late for my morning coffee, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyways, I'm currently walking through Wroclaw airport and trying to see if there's anything like, do I want to buy any souvenirs or touristy things? Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff, but like, I don't know. I don't know, like, I'm not really like a fine pottery person. Like, there's lots of like pottery and things, which is very, very pretty, but I don't know if I care enough about. And then in Wroclaw, they have these gnomes. Okay, there's this thing around Wroclaw where there's these gnomes all around the city. Now, normally they're tiny. This is a large one. The airport's full of souvenir gnomes you can buy, but it's a whole thing that I apparently didn't realize, even though I'd walked past who knows how many of them, until eventually I was getting a tour of what's going on with Wroclaw, and the gnomes were part of that tour. So eventually I figured it out. By figured it out, I mean eventually someone told me, and then I processed and listened. Anyways, it was a decent enough trip. It was fast, a little longer than last time actually. Last time I was here for a day less, but it was decently fast. You know, got a lot of things done. Had a lot of productive meetings, a lot of team building, bonding, all that stuff. A little bit of sightseeing, an all-night game of pool. Oh, I should have. See, this is the problem. I I get so distracted by actually having fun that I very frequently don't pull out the camera when I should. I mean, should is a relative term, but like, if I'm trying to properly vlog and document and all that, that's what I mean by should. But either way, I'm gonna sit down, grab some coffee. Might talk to you before this is over, but it's been a trip, a long trip, and finally over. I just took another set of 3 flights from Wroclaw to Frankfurt to Chicago to Cleveland. 3 flights to get home, and lost my laptop and tablet along the way. We'll get to that in a second. But it's been a long day. It involved basically leaving to the airport 11 a.m. and arriving back at 11:59 p.m., but with an additional losing 6 hours along the way. So basically, I've been moving for 18 hours now. I've been trying to get home for 18 hours now. Man, these international transit's a lot. Like, I only have to do this like once, maybe twice a year, like these long international flights. But like people who live internationally, who have to go to like, you know, Gen Con and PAX Unplugged and Gamma and all these things and do these long international flights 4 or 5 times a year, I can't even imagine. But my laptop. So I decided to get off my last plane from Frankfurt to Chicago. I got off the plane, did all my stuff, managed to go through customs and all that, and then headed through TSA to get back through TSA, which is already a nightmare. Actually, it's even more of a nightmare because I had to go to Terminal 2, which is where my flight was, but then they just closed TSA at Terminal 2, so then I had to go to Terminal 1 to go through TSA, only to go back to Terminal 2 to catch my flight, which is already a little weird, but whatever. Going through TSA at Terminal 1, I'm like, hey, I don't have my laptop to remove from my bag, at which point I realized that I had left it under my seat on the airplane, so that resulted in me panicking and trying to run back to Terminal 5, which again, remember, I had gone from Terminal 5 to Terminal 2 to Terminal 1 to go back to Terminal 2, but instead I went back to Terminal 5, but I couldn't get to my laptop because you have to get through an actual flight, and also I'm running out of time because I only have like 30 minutes before my flight. This is going to be a done boarding, so I'm starting to panic. And my laptop and my tablet are both in the same bag. They're not like essential for day-to-day operations because I have a desktop computer I use for things, but like it's definitely not something I want to lose, both from a price point alone, and also like there is important stuff on there. I could just survive. I could survive a week without it. Like that's fine. That's totally fine. Just I want it back. But anyways, I realized that at a certain point that I'm gonna get to the point where I'm gonna be losing my laptop and missing my flight back. And one bad thing is enough for the night, so I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna go back, I'm just gonna go back and make my flight and figure out the laptop later. Fortunately, while doing so, I got a call from someone who was like, we have your laptop, we think it's you, and I was able to confirm and all that. I didn't get the laptop, it's still somewhere, I don't know, but I was able to basically communicate, correspond, and on my phone even print up a little FedEx label and send it their way, which they'll be shipping it back my way. So problem solved, but not without some drama, and also not without me making my flight with 6 minutes to spare. So I made my flight, my connecting flight. I almost managed to lose both, which fortunately I didn't. But anyways, that's been a trip. That has been basically my trip. Not as much footage of Poland as I'd like, because again, it was cold, and when I was out, like there was one night where I did a full tour. I'll have some shots here and there, but it definitely was colder and also with people. Again, I don't like doing the phone the whole entire time. Ideally, I would have liked to do a little mini tour myself, so it could just be you and me showing you the city, which again, I got some shots of in, but it's a nice place. It's a nice place. I should go when the weather's warmer and it's nicer. Anyways, that has been your semi-vlog of Poland and travel and all those things. And the next vlog is probably going to be Orange Nebula, I believe. I'm doing an Orange Nebula trip very shortly. Very, very shortly, in fact. And that's going to be about Vestige. Or is it Vestige? Someone said, I said either Vestige or Vestige, I don't remember which one. And someone corrected me and said, hey, you should look up how to pronounce that. But I don't remember which one I said, so I don't remember which one's right. But I'll have to look it up because it's probably a good idea to get the name right when you're covering a game. But anyways, that'll be the next vlog. And maybe PAX Unplugged after, but we'll see. Anyways, until next time, I'm Alex from Boarding Co. I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna try to get some sleep and have a good one.